Welcome back to the Movie Stash.
It's about time that we talk about Oppenheimer.
That's right. Let's blow this shit up.
We are going to analyze each and every minute of this movie. So buckle up. This is going to be a 17-hour podcast.
Dude, okay, I gotta say, I was excited for Oppenheimer. The trailer looked really good. It was such a cool story that is like the construction of the atomic bomb. And the way that they had the trailer set up, we were pretty excited, right?
I was very excited, man. I think that this was the most anticipated film of the summer.
Yeah.
I was very excited. Christopher Nolan is probably my top 3 favorite directors of all time.
Okay.
Cillian Murphy is one of my favorite actors. I would say living today, top 10 favorite actor.
And he has such a weird face.
What?
He does. He
You don't
has
like his face?
I know. I didn't say I didn't like his face. You know me. I love weird shit. He does have a weird
I
face.
think it's weird.
But a little bit. He has a strange face.
I think at
that's
times-
not an insult. I think he looks great.
I think his bone structure at times looks a little effeminate.
He looks
Or
like
old.
his face was partially melted from an atomic bomb. Just a little bit. In a good way.
Did you know that he played a drag in a movie like way before he got famous?
Did you say drag or dragon?
Drag. So he was like a woman in the movie.
Okay.
I can like once you see that you could never watch Peaky Blinders the same. But
I need to watch that.
Dude, so yeah, you've never watched Peaky Blinders. So
No.
like I was a giant fan of Peaky Blinders like way before Killian blew up. Like obviously we knew him as the Scarecrow in The Dark Knight. No, excuse me, in Batman Begins. But and The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises actually. He's in all 3 movies. But we know that Nolan loves him. We know that Nolan even had him audition for Batman. Like, that's really what we knew about him.
In the Val Kilmer suit.
Yes. And I really got to know him in the Peaky Blinders series, which is a fucking phenomenal series. I'll say what you want about me.
I will.
You already do.
I do.
I say Peaky Blinders is better than The Sopranos.
Okay, you know what? I didn't watch The Sopranos until
Or Peaky Blinders.
or Peaky Blinders, but I didn't watch The Sopranos until like the 2010s, and I just thought
Me
it was,
either, though.
I thought it was so funny just to see all those 90s references as if they were current. Like some guys said, "What are you guys, the Spice Girls?" And I was just like, "Oh my god, how old is this show?"
It's a great show. Personally, I think that Sopranos is one of the greatest series ever, and I think that Peaky Blinders might be a little better than it. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that I've seen several seasons, and there's certain seasons of Peaky Blinders where we saw Cillian Murphy get super skinny, and we're like, he looks sick. His face looks sick. He either looks feminine or just like too bony. But I see what you're saying about his face.
But it's so funny because whenever I hear about Cillian Murphy, I
think it's Killian.
okay, well, I'm gonna take that again.
Okay.
Whenever I think about Cillian Murphy, I think about 28 Days Later. I always think about zombies whenever I see him come on screen. I'm always looking for me, looking around.
I've never seen that, but that would be one horror movie that you should make me watch because I've actually kind of been looking forward to seeing him in it.
Yeah, I was almost, you know what? That is definitely on my list to make you watch.
Okay. So, dude, I'm talking about living today.
Okay.
Like, top 10 favorite actors, probably Leonardo DiCaprio, Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, Ben Affleck, like these guys were all in Inception, including Nolan. Inception's like one of my favorite movies, and it's just what I'm trying to say. I was pumped for this movie.
I knew you were, and this is one of my favorite things about you is that you get excited about a movie until you realize how long it is. because you go, oh, I'm so stoked for this movie. Oh, it's over 2.5 hours long. You're like, what? You like you can't like, and I'm with you. I'm getting old. I'm at that point where, you know what, if it's over 2.5 hours, I do not want to sit in a movie theater. And when I found out that, like, we were both excited for Oppenheimer, but when we found out that it was 3 hours long, I immediately laughed because the first thing I could think of is how mad that you were going to be watching this thing for 3 hours in a movie theater.
It's true, but you know what, dude? Like, Inception is nearly 3 hours long.
Yeah, but it's fast paced.
It
You know what I
is.
mean? Like, it's exciting the whole time.
That's what I'm getting at. Inglourious Bastards is 3 hours long. Like, there's movies that, like, I'm all in for the 3 hours. But a movie about a guy that made a bomb. I was like, this is 3 hours? This is going to be 3 hours.
Yeah.
And you know what, dude? Let me dive right into the movie. The movie starts real slow. Mm-hmm. Real slow. And your first thought is, oh, no. I signed up to sit through 3 hours of this, of a slow-ass movie. Is slow.
When I started watching the movie, I could feel how slow it was, but like I mainly felt as how slow you were gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Like I'm watching this, I'm like, this is so slow. Augustino's gonna hate this. And I kind of got happy that it was that long. And the thing is, I don't mind 3 hour movies. 3 hour movies are great. I can watch an 8 hour movie at home.
Yeah.
In my own comfort, where I can put it on pause and go check messages or go do something, go take a dump, go get food, go do something. But in a movie theater for 3 hours is unbearable. I can't do it anymore. Especially they don't have the same ACs anymore in there.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
It's always hot in the movie theater. You remember how you always used to be cold in the movie theater?
Yeah.
Even girls would always get cold.
Yeah.
Now they're hot. You notice that they're not cold in the movie theater anymore.
That's right, yeah.
They're always hot in the movie theater.
They're getting cheap, man. Mm-hmm. And the movie prices went up and they're cutting the AC off.
I don't understand why we should have lots of profits. We invented the atomic bomb.
And then I went to the theater and they told me the bar didn't open until 4 p.m. And I was like, I gotta sit to this 3 hour movie with no alcohol? And it's about a guy that made a bomb?
Hey, let's have a cheers to that. We're drinking now for you then.
So, with that being said, I think my initial thought in the first act, I'm going to sum this up really quick for you. I'm going to give you my first act, my second act, and my third act. Okay?
Yeah.
So let's get into the first act. My initial thought in the first act, this is completely underwhelming.
Yep.
This is underwhelming for a Christopher Nolan film. It is underwhelming for a movie that is going to be 3 hours. So you have us all kind of panicking, going, I don't know if I can sit here the whole time.
And then they throw a sex scene in your face, and I'm like, okay, I think I can sit here for this amount of time. Florence Pugh, okay, I didn't think that we were going to get this, but all right, I'm on board. We don't even have to see the bomb. Just...
She was the bomb.
Just blow up that cherry right there.
She was the bomb.
She was the bomb.
By the way, I really wanted this episode to be a double feature. I wanted to do Oppenheimer and Barbie because of the Oppenheimer Barbie hype. I'm almost like a little mad that they're constantly paired together. It's a little annoying, actually, that they're constantly paired together just for marketing reasons. But
although there is another pairing that I'm excited about. I heard
what,
a new Saw movie. And is being released at the same time as a Paw Patrol movie. You know, the kids' cartoon Paw Patrol? They're calling it Saw Patrol. And you know what? I'm there. I will totally go see both of those movies.
It's really eye-opening.
And I have nothing against Barbie. I just didn't have good time to see it.
It's really eye-opening to know that there's more than just you out there that's excited for a Saw Patrol.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that would just be you, but apparently there's a whole market for it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Sorry, what were you saying with the Barbie movie?
I don't know. I have nothing against Barbie other than, like, when I was a kid, I used to rip my sister's Barbies apart, you know what I mean? And just naked Barbies without arms or legs.
Who didn't do that?
I mean, that would have been cool if they had that in the movie. It wasn't that I was refusing to go see Barbie. I just didn't have time to go see it. Yeah. And there are movies that I want to see that I haven't had time to go see.
You just haven't had a chance yet.
I will watch the Barbie movie.
I know that a lot of men are really upset about it. I know that they think that it was an attack on them, and maybe it was. Maybe it definitely... This is not a Barbie review movie, so maybe we'll do that another day, but I think it beats you over the head a little bit about their message.
Okay.
I don't mind messages, and I don't mind a message like... women are smart too. Women can do shit too. Like, I don't mind positive female reinforcement
because it's something that we already agree with.
Yeah, And
but
I don't
like,
like
I understand, you know, like having female-led movies and like wanting to have more of that. That's great. But like, I don't think of them as lesser. Like I'm all for it. I love females-led movies.
I'm also all for like a female empowerment movie, but like, you know,
you can empower women without degrading men.
Yeah, you can empower women without degrading men. But dude, we say this all the time, is like, don't tell us, show us. And the problem with these female like pushing their narratives on you, or whatever movies that are, I'm just kind of over movies that are pushing narratives on you.
Yeah, I don't care what the narrative is.
That's fine.
Unless it's explosions and sci-fi.
Dude, that's fine. There's things that you can put a message in, but you're not showing us, you're telling us. You're beating us over the fucking head with your message. And there's a way to say your message without saying it. That's what a real artist does. Like, it's symbolic. It's in there. And you see it. You got the Barbie movie was beating you over the fucking head with it. But with that being said, I actually enjoyed the Barbie movie. I thought there was I thought there was funny moments in it. I'm a pretty fucking like secure man that I'm like perfectly okay with the points they made in the movie. They beat you over the head with it a little bit, but also I think there's more to it than that one message of women should run the world. Yeah. I don't think that was the only message. I think there's a lot of different messages in there, and if you're very close-minded, maybe that's the only one you got. But I enjoyed the film.
I think the beating over the head with it is what's annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, we can handle it. I don't care. I can, like, literally watch you just make fun of men the whole time. I'm like, I agree with you. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's just like,
we make fun of each other all the time. Way worse than you ever could.
That's not what I'm going to a movie for. I want to be entertained. Give me something, like, I'm not telling you not to make your message or not to make your movie. It's just like, if you want me to go to the movie, give me something that I want to be entertained by. That's it.
Yeah. Let's get back to Oppenheimer.
Should we? Or should we just like just talk about this?
Well, you haven't even seen Barbie.
I know. And I will see Barbie.
And if I win the trivia, I'm going to make you watch Barbie.
You don't have to make it. I'm going to see it.
But if I win trivia, that's when I'm going to make you watch.
Okay. And I will not fight it. I'm like, okay, I'm down to watch it. I'm excited that Barbie made a lot of movie. It crossed the $1 billion club with a female lead and directed by a female. Great. I'm so happy. I can't wait to see more from Mattel and Barbie once I see the first Barbie. But let's get back to the bomb.
Well, okay, so I told you I want to talk about the first act, second act, and third act, and then after that, I want to talk about like something that you don't really give a shit about is Oscar nominations.
Yeah, that's right.
So we will touch on that very, very, very briefly.
Okay.
But in conclusion, the first act felt very underwhelming for a Christopher Nolan film, and for a film that was very highly anticipated, and for a film that we were committing to sitting through for 3 hours.
You know what it's like? It's like in The Office when Michael Scott quit his job and everybody's trying to find out what happened, and he's just giving this long story of him walking into the building where all we want to see is what happened when he got into the building. That's how I felt about Oppenheimer. I thought Oppenheimer, every scene was really good. There was just so much stuff in there. I can't even remember half the movie. But the things that I did remember, I liked. I really liked the construction of the bomb. I liked the science aspect of it. I didn't necessarily care about his relationships and his backstory necessarily, other than seeing his commie brother possibly get killed by Michael Myers because he was in Halloween Kills. But that was the only thing. I kept on hoping. I'm like, if he doesn't get blown up by the atomic bomb, I hope Michael Myers comes up and twists
I like
that
that
up
character
again.
in this movie.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, let's take a minute. Let's take a quick minute and talk about the characters and actors in this movie.
Okay.
This movie, the entire time, you're like, holy shit, he's in it. Holy shit, he's in it. Even like down to the last minute where you think the movie is almost over, you go, holy fuck, I forgot Gary Oldman's in this.
Yeah, and it took me a second too when Gary Oldman came on.
I was like, wait.
I'm like, that's Gary Oldman, and you couldn't even tell right away. But it's just thank you, Gary Oldman.
Yeah. But there's
for giving me something to be excited about.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Let me take that again. I want to ask you a question, sir.
Okay, I am here to listen.
How do you feel about... I can't even get this out with a straight face. How do you feel about the return of Josh Hartnett?
It was just like, oh yeah, there's Josh Hartnett, a little bit older. That was it.
That's all?
He got a haircut. He got a haircut. Good for you, Josh Hartnett. Got a haircut. Also, Christopher Nolan almost cast him as Batman before Christian Bale, but he turned it down, and then he went to Christian Bale. But anyway, I like Josh Hartnett. He's like whatever. I don't mind him. I don't have a love or hate towards him other than his haircut.
What you're judging on Halloween H2O alone.
Halloween H2O. I thought it would have been funny if Michael Myers can, instead of stabbing him in the leg, he just holds him down and just cuts off his hair with his kitchen knife. That would have been great. But anyway, Josh Hartnett, from what I remember, he was okay. I wasn't blown away.
I thought he did.
No pun intended.
I wasn't blown away, but I thought that he did very, very good in this movie.
Yeah.
I thought that for his character, I thought he brought it and he nailed it.
Hold on. Everybody in this movie did really good.
Everybody nails it.
Everybody.
Acting wise, nails it.
Standout for me was Emily Blunt.
Yes.
She fucking murdered this movie, dude.
Yes.
She was so awesome. Like all of her emotions, just her character and the way that she was like when she was being interrogated and the way she was talking back to it was just great. I loved everything Emily Blunt did in this.
Let me talk to you about some other characters in this movie. I agree with you 100%. Emily Blunt, Cillian Murphy, standout. The guy who plays Albert Einstein, who is in The Dark Knight Rises. Did you know that?
No, who did he play in
The Dark Knight Rises?
We just watched that the other night.
In The Dark Knight Rises, when Bruce Christian Bale is in the cave in the hole in the ground, in the ground, he's the doctor that gets him better. Like Christopher Nolan just uses the same people over and over again. So he's Albert Einstein. I loved him. I loved Josh Peck from Drake and Josh.
Yeah,
is in this.
He pushed the button, right?
Yeah,
he pushed the button.
Great. I love Josh Hartnett's return. I'm so excited for Josh Hartnett's
RDJ.
return, dude. I want to see Josh Hartnett in more fucking shit.
I heard he might be
RDJ?
up for Harvey Dent.
I sent you that
in the Batman.
Yes,
too.
I'm all for that.
That'd be great.
I'm all for that.
Sure.
I mean, listen, if Christopher Nolan believes in him, like he believed in Cillian to let him audition for Batman, and he believed in Josh Hartnett to let him audition for Batman, there must be something that we haven't seen yet.
Trust the filmmaker.
Yes.
Like, that's it. Even if I don't necessarily like an actor, if a filmmaker wants to use them because they actually see them in a part, do it, because I want to see somebody's vision, even if I don't necessarily like that actor. Well, but I don't not like Josh Hartnett. I have nothing against him.
But dude,
RDJ, Robert Downey Jr.
Hold on, we'll get to that. So Josh Hartnett, trust Christopher Nolan. If he keeps using him, he sees something. I'm excited to see what it's gonna be. I'm excited for the return of Josh Hartnett.
Okay.
One of my favorite characters in the whole movie is the chubby, like, Jewish friend to Oppenheimer.
Okay.
With the glasses.
Okay.
Do you know who that guy is?
No.
No, you don't. Because, you know why?
Because I don't remember that part in the movie.
Stop.
I saw this movie once. I fell asleep 3 times. I really liked the parts that I was awake. But tell me who the...
So you don't remember on the train... In the beginning, there's like a chubby guy with glasses, Jewish, and then let's say more in the second act when he agrees to do the assignment and they're on the set of the assignment and he's there and he tells him change out of that uniform. That's not you. You don't remember that at all?
Not off the top of my head.
Wow.
Who is it? Just tell me who it is and then I'll probably know.
So anyway, no, you won't, because he's from a movie that you've also only seen once that I always reference. 10 Things I Hate About You. In 10 Things I Hate About You...
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is because...
The elf in Santa Claus.
Yes. And he's the one that... They
talk to me like a child. I know who the actor is.
In 10 Things I Hate About You, they draw the dick on his face.
Yeah, okay, I remember.
So that's him.
Yeah.
He's in Oppenheimer. Dude, I thought he was my favorite character in this. He was so funny. He was really, really good. So Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
What do you think about him?
I loved him as Iron Man. He was really great as Iron Man. In this movie, he was great. I would just say that I haven't seen this movie enough times to really give an honest opinion, because I did see it once. I fell asleep a couple of times because it was pretty late at night. I liked everything that I saw, other than the fact that it was just so long. Robert Downey Jr. killed it from what I remember, seeing him in the court scenes. He seemed pretty angry in making a point. I thought that his performances were well. I loved everybody's performances. I don't know what else
So you
to
didn't
say.
see the end what happened with Robert Downey Jr.?
You have to remind me because there's so much information. I can't pull it all out.
You gotta
dude.
watch it again.
I have to watch. I have
He's
to watch
basically
the
the villain of the movie.
Yeah, that's what I got from it, and I like
Okay.
it. I like it when he was
All
the
right.
bad guy.
So here's what I think about Robert Downey Jr. I think that every single actor brought it in this movie.
Yes.
Including Robert Downey Jr. I don't think that he was as special as the praise he's about to get.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been one to jump on the Robert Downey Jr. bandwagon.
Okay.
I know that a
I can
lot
see
of
that.
people like fucking do backflips over him. Like he's so great. I think he's a little cheesy. I think that he's not the actor that like everyone makes him be. He's no like Daniel Day-Lewis. He's no Robert De Niro. He's no like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. I just think that people make him out to be this like fucking superstar.
I can see the potential in him. I want to.
Sure, I think it's a little arrogant, but I did like his performance in this, and I can already tell you he's winning Best Supporting Actor for this.
Okay.
All right. That's what I wanted to say about it. Can I move on to?
Can I just tell you my favorite things about the movie?
Sure.
Okay, my favorite things about the movie. The sex scene. Okay? The building of the bomb. I thought all those sequences, and whenever they were talking about the science of stuff, I was so into it. When they were talking about his like life and relationships, didn't care unless it was he was getting fucked by Florence Pugh, or he was doing some drama shit with Emily Blunt. That was really cool. Building the bomb was really cool. I loved, after the bomb was built, the effect that it took on Oppenheimer. I thought the sound design on that was really cool. When he was giving that speech, and like you couldn't even hear anybody, and like it was mixed with like people, like you seeing their faces being melted off. I thought the sound design, bringing that in, was amazing.
Yes.
And you could hear the radiation static, you know what I mean, in some of the scenes. I thought that was brilliant, and I can't wait to watch this movie again in the comfort of my own home when I have an entire week.
I agree with you. Let me get into the second act here. The second act is where, as I said, the first act was underwhelming. The second act is where I felt like this started to feel like a Christopher Nolan film. In the second act, with the sound and the music. Let's just pass right over that, because a lot of the second act is where all the sex happened, and the Emily Blunt. I do like Pugh. I think that Emily Blunt did great.
Although my one critique is Florence Pugh like drowning herself in the bathtub. Why does she need pillows? How incompetent are you at killing yourself that you need pillows?
That was a weird scene.
For the fact that she needed pillows to drown herself. If you're gonna do it, fucking go all out, dude. Make it dramatic.
Yeah,
pillows.
I didn't really fully understand how she killed herself. Like, she
drowned herself in the bathtub.
I know that.
She needed pillows.
I'm saying that there was like a shot where we saw a different hand come in and push her head under the water.
I don't even remember that. That could be suggestive, as if Oppenheimer was making her kill herself.
I think it was Oppenheimer's like thought, like it was when you look back at it. But anyway, I thought she was great in it. I do like her.
Okay.
I don't think that she was as attractive as I remember her being from Black Widow, but she's attractive. And I think that she did a pretty good job. There's no actor in this that didn't do a good job. Matt, everybody nailed it.
Even the bomb did really well.
Yeah, the bomb didn't bomb. The bomb was the bomb.
Although I felt that the use of everybody talking about watching it in IMAX was overwhelmed.
Yeah,
it was overhyped.
Yeah,
everything felt like a close up. I felt like I don't remember seeing this wide shot that was like, oh man, that's cool. No.
So in conclusion, I would say that it pains me to say this, that I think that you have to watch this at home. Unfortunately, it is a little too long for what it is. Okay? And I think that it's a typical Nolan film where the sound and the music is a little louder than the dialogue at times, and I missed a lot. And I would like to watch it with subtitles at home. It pains me to say it, but I do think this is a film to watch at home. And I'm sorry that the explosion is not worth it enough to watch on the big screen to overcompensate for like missing everything else that you would be more comfortable watching at home. Does that make sense?
Matt Damon, We didn't say his name once.
I did. I've been saying it this whole time when I talked about the actors.
Good job, Matt Damon.
Yeah, I thought Matt Damon was good. But
I'm kind of done talking about Oppenheimer
until
I can watch it again.
But I'm about to get into the third act, but
it's just like the Oppenheimer movie.
But it's so quick, though.
Okay, let's go.
Like, honestly, like, my things are very quick. You are taking on very long stuff. My things are very quick.
Okay.
But since you just brought up Matt Damon, I will now talk about my Oscar predictions.
Okay.
Something that you don't really give a shit about.
Don't give a shit about it.
I love Oscar season because I like watching all the movies that are nominated and making my own decisions, and it's a lot of fun for me. And I end up liking like a lot of movies. Most of it is trash that you'll never see again.
I just don't like seeing rich people fucking pat each other on the back.
I mean, there's that too. But okay, so Oppenheimer is going to be nominated for a lot of things. All right.
Sound design. I hope they win sound design.
Oppenheimer is going to be nominated for a lot of things. And I also think that Barbie's going to be nominated for a lot of things. It didn't do the numbers that Barbie did, but it certainly didn't bomb at the box office.
I think... Stop that. I also heard
Stop that.
that Oppenheimer was the highest grossing movie that didn't earn number one in the box office.
That's interesting.
I think that's interesting. Although I can't confirm that. I was scrolling and I saw an article that said that for the highest grossing movie that didn't become number one in the box office. So it made a buttload of money. It just didn't become number one. I think that says a lot about Barbie. It says a lot about titties. Pink titties.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Let's get this out with the Oscar predictions, okay? Oscar predictions. Cillian Murphy's going to be nominated for Best Actor. He won't win. Best Director. Finally, Christopher Nolan, I think, is going to be nominated for Best Director. Can you believe he hasn't yet? Christopher Nolan's going to be nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay. Great, but I can't believe he never was nominated for, like, Inception for creative screenplay, for original screenplay. He was never nominated for that shit. I think that Emily Blunt's going to be nominated for Best Actress. I think that Pugh will be nominated for Best Supporting Actress. She will lose to the Native American woman that will be in Killer of the Moon, Flower Moon, Killer of the Flower Moon. I think that Matt Damon, although he was great, I think he will not even get a Supporting Actor nomination.
Okay.
And if he does, he's not winning. Regardless of who's nominated, the winner will be Robert Downey Jr., a Best Supporting Actor. These are my predictions. Let's keep this on record for the future. It will not win Best Picture. Unfortunately, it is a movie about a guy that made a bomb at the end of the day. And I think that Christopher Nolan did the best he could possibly do with that subject.
Mm-hmm. Are you done talking about the Oscars?
The third act.
We haven't even gotten it. I thought that was the fourth act.
The third act is very, very quick, all right?
Okay.
I will say about the third act, it's something that we've talked about recently, that we are lacking good third acts in movies often.
I will agree with you on that a lot.
I think that this movie actually did have a great third act, and I think the third act in this movie made the whole movie for me.
I think we just came up with a new topic for a draft.
Third acts.
Best third acts.
That's a good idea.
That's a good one.
That's a good idea.
That was the best idea we have ever had.
That's a pretty good fucking idea, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Best third acts.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a threesome.
That's it. That's all I have to say about this. You got
that was your Forrest Gump moment. That's all I gotta say about that.
That's my Forrest Gump moment. That's a good name for a movie podcast. That's all I have to say about that.
That's all.
We should change the name.
Yeah. Yep. Welcome to That's all I have to say about that.
What's your score for this movie?
I can't score it right now because I haven't been able to give it an honest watch from beginning to end in the comfort of my own home.
But you did watch it, so based off of the audience now knows that. Throw a number out.
1942. 1945. From what I remember, it's weird because
just give me one fucking number. I'm hungry, bro.
Oh my god. A7.
You're running between 7 and 8.
I'm like in that area of that is the blast radius of my points.
Yeah.
Is like the 7, 8-ish
Like
'Cause
it's
I
an
need to
8,
watch.
but you're hanging out in a 7, so you still maybe got radiation poisoning.
I do, because I fell asleep 3 different times during the movie, but it's also because I was late and I was really high.
Oh, you need to watch it again.
Okay, I will.
My score. Can we do a podcast here,
Yeah.
please? I'm about to give my score.
Okay, give your score.
Can you knock it off? Focus on the show.
Okay, we're
All
gonna
right.
focus on the show.
Are you ready? Are you ready for my score?
He's ready for the score.
The algometer on Oppenheimer is. Are you listening?
Yeah,
Is an 8.
an 8. You have an 8
Yeah.
for a 3-hour movie.
Not
You
a
have
solid
an 8.
8.
I'm actually impressed. I'm very happy.
It's a 3-hour movie, but it's a Nolan 3-hour movie.
Okay, there you go.
I'll ask you this question:
Okay,
Is it in your movie stash?
when I see it again, I will tell you. But yeah, I would definitely buy it. Like, when it comes out on digital release, I will buy it, because there is a lot about this movie that I did enjoy. And I do feel like the fact that I was watching 3 hours in a movie theater kind of hindered my actual good critique of the movie. And I feel like when I'm able to watch this in the comfort of my own home, I can actually enjoy the cinematic vision that Christopher Nolan has given us, because I can watch it in the comfort of my own home.
Thank you for your 3-hour-long answer.
Augustino, I already know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask you, is it in your movie stash?
You think you know the answer?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yep. I
What's
do
the
know.
answer?
No.
The answer is no?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
I'm just kidding.
This movie.
I knew it was gonna be
This movie is 100% in my movie stash. I would watch it like over and over, and I already know I missed things.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine when I rewatch it again in my home, and I had the subtitles on and all the stuff I caught now.
Yeah.
Like I'm already gonna rewatch it. I already see multiple rewatches of this movie in my future.
Then let's watch it.
It's going in my movie stash, dude. 100%.
When it comes out on digital HD, you got to come over and we'll watch it.
Okay.
In the backyard.
And I think 8 is my bottom score.
Okay.
I think that I possibly could go to an 8.5.
I'm in that area.
No, you're not. You're between 7 and 8.
Yeah, but still 8 is that area.
We're not doing trivia today. We are going to be announcing the winner of the last draft that we did. In the last draft, we did 90s action movies.
My idea. And
Kevin
my
drafted
idea.
5 movies. I drafted 5 movies. And we each got to draft a bonus movie. So technically, we had 6 movies each, in case anybody was struggling with a tiebreaker out there. And we have the results.
We had a Powerball.
We had the Powerball movie.
Yeah. And the results are... I won, bitch.
Yeah.
I did win.
I don't know how. I really don't know how you keep winning these drafts.
By 4 votes. I won by 4 votes.
I'm really losing my faith in humanity.
Yes.
I know I won. Like
How do you know you won? When we tallied all the votes? We tallied all your votes and we tallied all my votes, and we made sure that there were no double
that's
votes.
fine. We just
I
haven't
got more
reached
votes.
enough people yet to like really get a mass like vote.
And you know what?
I know I won.
I'm sick of winning. I'm sick of winning these.
So listen, we polled on my Instagram at Augustino Zoida. We polled on Kevin's Instagram at Twin Pines Video. And we polled for a tiebreaker on the Movie Stash's Instagram at _Movie Stash. And I lost by 4 votes.
You did.
I lost by 4 votes, which I don't know how that's possible. I had the better list. I don't care what anybody says. I had the better list.
Mathematics, that's how that's possible.
I had the better
literally
list.
had more votes than you did.
I'm losing my faith in mankind.
I don't care. I'm actually, at this point, I'm sick of losing. I feel like Tom Brady. I should retire.
Wow. You had... Demolition Man was a weak link.
I had Terminator 2. I automatically
Yeah.
win, bro.
I mean, maybe I should have not let you chose that.
I gave you the option. I
know.
said, hey, do you want it where nobody can choose Terminator 2?
But
and you're
dude-
like, no, it has to be. I'm like, all right. I gave you multiple times.
If anything made me lose, maybe it was Enemy of the State because people are mad at Will Smith right now. But but my top 3 are True Lies, Speed, and Cliffhanger, which like beats besides Terminator 2, it beats your 2, 3, and 4.
I guess that's the audience opinion, because it's about what you feel is
Well, I guess
your favorite movie.
Well, you won, so what are you gonna make me watch?
I was going to make you watch 28 Days Later with Cillian Murphy.
Oh, come on! I want to watch that.
No, because we are
You're trying to get me into horror, and
trying
I'll
to
watch
get you into
that.
horror, but we're in summertime movies right now. We're getting towards the end of summer. So I actually do want to force you to watch a movie from one of my favorite horror franchises, of Friday the 13th.
I've seen Friday the 13th.
No, not Part 6, Jason Lives. I am making you watch Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. That is my personal favorite of the Friday the 13th franchise.
So I've only ever seen 1, and you're gonna make me go right to 6?
Yep.
Okay.
Make you go right to 6. And it doesn't even have my favorite Jason in it. But
so this is Friday the 13th,
Part 6, Jason Lives. This is the first time we get a zombie Jason.
I've never seen any Friday the 13th.
Okay, well, I'm going to make you start by watching Part 6.
It's not even the first one.
Nope, because
I've seen the first Freddy Krueger movie.
You're not, yeah, but you're not going to get through the first.
That's Nightmare on Elm Street, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street, and then I've never seen any.
I do have. If I do make you watch a Nightmare on Elm Street movie, it's going to be Part 3. I'm making you watch my favorite in the franchise, Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. That's what you're going to watch.
All right. So you've been trying to get me into horror. I already lost a while back, and you asked me to watch The Thing, and that's what we're about to go do right now.
We're going to go watch John Carpenter's The Thing in my backyard right now.
Let's do it. Go set it up.
I am. I'm Kevin Lyons.
I'm disappointed in you guys.
And I don't give a fuck. You're watching The Movie Stash. The Movie Stash.
The Movie Stash. I'm always seeing those. Fuck it. I'm really upset. I should.
Why?
I should have won that.
I don't care. I won. You're watching John Carpenter's The Thing, and you're also going to watch Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. Live with it. Die with it.
Revenge is a bitch. Just remember that.
Yep. I don't care.
Revenge is a bitch.
That's fine.
It's over. I don't care.
I can watch I can watch any piece of shit movie you throw at me. I'll eat that piece of shit.
You still owe me
breakfast.
several movies.
I don't give a fuck. Make me watch it, bitch.
I can edit this any way I want. I'm gonna end with you as the loser.